Hello everyone, my name is Vipra Joshi and I am an assistant professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management in Electrical Engineering Department. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on subject of computer aided electric machine design. This is unit 3rd topic of 6th semester in electrical engineering branch. In this video, I will be explain design of transformer. We know that transformer is a static device. It is not a moving device. Okay, so it is a static device used to transform output from one side to another side. We can say it transforming power from one circuit to another circuit without change in frequency. It means here the transformer frequency is constant. Okay, so there is a no change in frequency in the output side from the input side. Okay, so this is a very basic definition of the transformer, and here we know that there is a no rotating part or moving part of the transformer, so we called it as a static device. Okay, and rotating part available in the motor and generator. Okay, so transformer operate on AC supply. Transformer work on the principle of the mutual induction. What is the principle of mutual induction? You know very well, it is the E equal to d phi by dt. It means EMF induced equal to rate of change of flux with respect to the time. This is the EMF. Okay, so EMF produced in one winding due to the mutual induction, the EMF induced in the secondary winding. So this is the mutual induction. Okay, because here the flux is link both of the winding by a magnetic core. You know about the transfer working principle and what is the transformer very well. Okay, so the type of transformer are step up transformer, step down transformer or auto transformer. In step up transformer, we know that here the secondary winding voltage is greater than with respect to the primary winding voltage as compared to the primary winding voltage. Here you can see in primary winding there is a 100 volt and 10 ampere, but in secondary there is a 400 volt and 2.5 ampere. Okay, so here you can see that here the voltage on the secondary is higher than the voltage of the primary, so it is called the step up transformer. Okay, and here you can see here is the voltage is 220 and here is the voltage is 110. It is the step down transformer. So we can say when the secondary voltage is less than as compared to the primary voltage, it is called the step down transformer. Now this is the auto transformer. In auto transformer, we can say it is a electrical circuit, an electrical transformer with only have a one winding. Okay, so it means here one single winding is used as a primary winding and as a secondary winding. Here you can see this is the primary winding, from here to here this is the primary winding. Okay, so now here you can see that at here the primary winding in the, you can see here this is the primary winding and from here to here this is the secondary winding. Okay, so here we, on the secondary winding, we tapped from here. Okay, so the portion of this from here to here is called the secondary winding. We can tap here, we can tap here, from here, anywhere, from here to here we can tap anywhere. Okay, so now we can represent it one winding as a primary and as a secondary, and after the tapping, the part of from here to here consider as a secondary winding. So this is the auto transformer where we use one winding as a primary and secondary. Now some design parameter of the transformer are power rating, voltage label, what is label in primary voltage, what is the secondary voltage. It means this transformer is a step up transformer or a step down transformer, which type of transformer we want to design. Now next is current on the both side, iron core area, number of turns, primary and secondary coil wire, and what is the diameter of the coil and what is the size of the coil. Same as what is the turn ratio in the primary side and in the secondary side. Now for example, if you have a transformer which primary voltage which is denoted by Vp equal to 230 volt, and the secondary voltage Vs is denoted by, means secondary voltage is denoted by Vs which is the 24 volt. So we can say this is the step down transformer. Okay, and secondary current is 5 ampere. So we have to calculate here what is the primary current, and we denoted the primary current by Ip, and here frequency is 50 hertz, so frequency is constant, so it is the 50 hertz on both side, and Ws is the secondary watt. So now at first we have to calculate here what is the power in secondary side. So power in the secondary side equal to secondary side voltage into secondary side current. So here the secondary side voltage is 24 and the current is 5. So the secondary side power is 120 volt ampere. So when we represent secondary watt, it is 120 cos phi. Here phi is the power factor which we are assume 0.8. So we can say the secondary watt is 96 watt. So first we have to calculate the core area A. Okay, so A is the core area which is under root of Ws upon 5.58. Ws is the secondary watt. Okay, so when we put this value in this equation, we can get here the core area is 1.7559 square. Now we can find turn per voltage. Turn per voltage given by 10 to the power 8 upon 4.44 into B max into A into F. Here B max is the maximum flux and it is constant. So value for the B max is 85000, and here the area of core we find here, it is 1.755. So we put this value in this equation, and here frequency is the 50 hertz. So when we calculate the turn per voltage, it is 3.01 turn. So here we can represent it 0.01 as a 10%. So we have to calculate here 10% of 3. It is 3 into 10 upon 100. It is 0.3. So we can, adding this value, we can get here the number of turn per volt is 3.3 turn. Now, so the primary turn is 230 into 3.3, because the primary turn formula is the primary voltage into primary turn. So here the primary turn voltage means primary voltage is 230 and turn is 3.3. So now in the primary side the number of turns is 759 turn. Same for the secondary side, we have here the secondary voltage into the turn per ratio, it is the 3.3. So we can get here the value is 79.2 turn. It means here we have to turn is 79 to 80. Now this is the wire diameter per size table. Wire diameter per size with current rating. This is the wire size and this is the current rating with respect to the wire size. Here the wire size is the gauge, in gauge. Now this is the wind core structure. Okay, so here we can see this is the single phase core type transformer. Here the distance between, you can see from this core to this, it is the D. Okay, SW is the height of the window, this is HY. HY is the width of the core, and we also represented it by A. Okay, so here this is W. W is the width, okay, total width of the core, and WW width of the window, and HW height of the window. So now if we calculate the overall height, it is SW plus HY plus HY, so it is 2HY, and overall width it is D plus A. Now HY here we represented by A. Okay, so when we calculate the area of the window, it is SW into WW, means height of window into width of window. So these are the formula for the single phase core type transformer. Now in case of three phase transformer, here we have a 3 coil. Okay, so in case of this 3 phase, only difference is there is one extra length. We can see here one extra length as compared to the one phase transformer. Here all equations are similar to the one phase, but the equation of winding width is changed. Here the winding width is D plus D plus A by 2 plus A by 2. Here you can see. So the overall winding width is 2D plus A, and all equations same as the one phase. Now output equation of the transformer. The voltage induced in the transformer winding with T turn and excited by the source having frequency is F is given by voltage per turn is E upon T equal to 4.44 phi m. Here the window in a single phase transformer contain one primary winding and the one secondary winding. So if we want to calculate the total area of copper in window, we can calculate here the area of copper is copper area in the primary winding and same as copper area in the secondary winding. So here we have to edit it both area. So here area is the primary turn into area in the primary conductor, means how many turn in the primary conductor. This gives us the copper area in the primary winding. Same as how many turns in the secondary conductor into area of the secondary conductor gives the copper area of the secondary winding. So here we can represent it TP into AP, TS into AS. Here TP is the primary turn, TS is the secondary turn, AP is the area of primary conductor and AS is the area of secondary conductor. Okay, so now if we want to calculate the current density, it is denoted by the delta. So the current density is IP and AP. Okay, so current density is same for the both the winding. So here we can say the area of primary conductor IP upon current density and area of secondary conductor IS into means current in the secondary winding upon current density. Now if we put this value in this equation, because the current density is the ratio of the area of the primary and current in the primary, same as current density in the secondary is the area of the secondary upon current in the secondary. Now we put this value in this, we can get the total area of window is TP into IP upon del plus TS into IS upon del. So here we have to common del, then we can get the value for this is TP into IP plus TS into IS upon delta. So if magnetizing MF we neglect, then we can get here TP into IP equal to TS into IS. So it is gives us 80. Now the equation become area of the window is 280 upon delta. The window space factor Kw is defined as the ratio of the area of copper to the area of the window. So we can say there the conductor area of the window is the Kw, means space factor into area of the window. So the area of copper by here we can get here the area of copper is Kw into Aw, and by here we can get the area of copper is 280 upon delta. So we can equate both equation. Now when we equate the both equation, we can get here the ampere turn is Kw into Aw into delta upon 2. This is the ampere turn in the transformer. Thank you.